Imagine you're standing courtside at Crypto.com Arena. Hundreds of purple and gold jerseys flood the stands. Anticipation runs high. And yet, for all the Lakers' bravado, there's an elephant in the room. Or rather, a glaring gap under the rim. That's right. LA's need for a reliable center has gone from talking point to urgent crisis. As the NBA draft approaches, rumors are swirling about a bold, unconventional move. One that involves a teen giant from Australia, whose story could add a compelling new chapter to Laker lore. Strap in as we dive deep into the intriguing possibility of the Lakers selecting 7'2" center Rocco Zikarsky late in the draft, and explore not just what this means for LA's future, but how an international gamble could redefine the team's identity. With the 2025 NBA draft order now locked in, teams are busy hosting prospects, analyzing data, and jotting down names that might end up changing their fortunes a year or two down the line. But for the Lakers, the spotlight isn't shining in the glitziest corner of the draft. Instead, they find themselves quietly waiting with pick number 55, an area of the draft where finding an immediate star is about as likely as winning the lottery on your birthday. That doesn't mean all hope is lost. The savviest teams use these late picks to take risks, to select prospects with raw talent and high upside. According to Jonathan Wasserman's latest Bleacher Report mock draft, LA is primed to make one of the boldest moves yet, targeting Rocco Zikarsky, a center whose sheer size already sets him apart from 99% of young basketball talent worldwide. So, who exactly is Rocco Zikarsky? And why is he suddenly on the Lakers' radar? Still just 18 years old, Zikarsky is a behemoth at 7 feet 2 inches tall. Born and raised in Australia, he carries the kind of frame that instantly draws double takes. Make no mistake, Zikarsky is among the largest players in this draft class, and in a league where size still matters, even as offenses evolve and stretch, that counts for something. But his journey to this pivotal moment hasn't been without its challenges. Zikarsky's most recent season ended early due to injury, cutting short what scouts hoped would be a breakout campaign. In terms of raw numbers, there isn't much to drool over. But size, potential, and flashes of defensive dominance have NBA execs keeping a close eye on the Aussie. As Wasserman puts it, a mobile, 7'2", 18-year-old with pro experience may sway some teams to gamble and stay patient. The last few drafts have shown teams interested in adding Zikarsky's kind of size in the middle, even if they lack a modernized skill set. Let's talk strengths. According to NBA Draft Room, Zikarsky is built in the mold of old-school rim protectors like Mark Eaton and present-day bigs like Walker Kessler. His main calling card is defending the rim, swatting shots, sealing off the paint, and rebounding with authority. Even with limited offensive skills, he's viewed as a force of nature down low. Rocco is a massive center built in the Mark Eaton, Walker Kessler mold. He's a dominant force in the paint, protecting the rim and rebounding the heck out of the ball, they note. He does a good job of bodying up, and has good shot-blocking instincts. His immense height and long arms allow him to block and alter shots without needing to get off the ground. The flip side? While Zikarsky can block and rebound, some concerns loom large. Offensively, he's still raw, lacking any consistent jump shot, and only occasionally showing flashes as a passer out of the high post. His biggest challenge at the NBA level, NBA Draft Room observes, will be guarding in space and keeping up with the pace of play. He's got decent mobility but isn't a nimble or quick athlete. This means that against fast, stretchy offenses that force bigs to defend on the perimeter, Zikarsky could see his limitations exposed. In the modern NBA, where centers are no longer just paint anchors but also screeners, shooters, and switch defenders, how much time can LA reasonably devote to shaping such a specialized player? To appreciate why the Lakers are even considering this type of prospect, we need to rewind to the painful ending of their last season. The hope was that generational talents like Luka Doncic and all-time great LeBron James could paper over LA's shallow depth at center. Instead, their playoff journey ended with a resounding lesson. Size, rim defense, and rebounding still matter. Jackson Hayes, thrust into a starting role, failed to provide the paint presence LA desperately needed. The Western Conference is stacked with dominant bigs. Think Nikola Jokic, Rudy Gobert, and DeAndre Ayton, who can single-handedly flip a playoff series. The Lakers can't risk another season relying on makeshift options and hoping their stars can carry them past well-built, deep rosters. That's why, even at pick 55, they're determined to leave no stone unturned in their search for a difference maker. At center, even a long-term project like Zikarsky. Drafting Zikarsky won't vault the Lakers back into championship contention overnight. But what if, with time, the risk pays off? Imagine the transformation if an 18-year-old coached by NBA veterans develops his skills, learns the Lakers system, and eventually becomes an impact rim protector. That's the bet some in LA's front office are considering. Recent years have shown that project players, especially extremely tall, raw bigs, sometimes mature into essential contributors after a season or two of seasoning. Think of Rudy Gobert, who went late in the first round and steadily developed into one of the game's elite defensive forces, or Walker Kessler, who has quietly become a game-changer for Utah. In a best-case scenario, grabbing Zikarsky could allow the Lakers to solidify their rotation with a homegrown center, rather than trading assets or paying a premium in free agency. The Lakers' commitment to upgrading the center position runs far deeper than the draft. Expect the front office to pursue every avenue this summer. Veteran signings, trade options, even buyout candidates, to ensure playoff depth and durability up front. But investing in the draft, especially at a spot as low as 55, sends a clear message. LA isn't simply plugging holes, they're future-proofing. Should Rocco Zikarsky arrive in Los Angeles, you can be sure there will be no rush. He'd likely start as a project, spending time in the G League or riding the bench, learning from seasoned pros, and getting his health fully back on track after his injury-shortened campaign. The Lakers know that developing big men is a marathon, not a sprint. This measured approach could ultimately be LA's secret weapon, a willingness to be patient, even in a city famous for demanding instant results. Beyond the Lakers' own frustrations and ambitions, the Zikarsky scenario raises big-picture questions about team building in today's NBA. Are more teams willing to roll the dice on size and potential, even without clear production? Will we see a resurgence of traditional centers after years of smaller, quicker lineups dominating the discussion? Recent drafts suggest a shift. Teams aren't shy about nabbing uniquely sized prospects late in the process, betting that development and a little patience could yield defensive anchors that cost far less than their prime year's market value. For the Lakers, Zikarsky represents both an acknowledgement of past mistakes and a cautious optimism about a new direction. Let's be honest, there's something oddly exciting about the unknown. Will Zikarsky become a draft day steal that cements his legend in purple and gold? Or will he quietly fade into basketball's long list of what-ifs? For LA fans weary of seeing rivals dominate the paint in the playoffs, even the mere possibility of a 7'2" defender protecting the rim offers a fresh, tantalizing storyline. We may not see Rocco highlight reels on opening night, but as always, the draft is about potential and possibility, the kind of magic that can turn quiet June nights into the foundation for unforgettable NBA seasons down the road. As the draft approaches, one thing's clear: the Lakers are determined to find answers, wherever they might be. That journey could lead them to Australia's Rocco Zikarsky and an experiment in patience, coaching, and belief in size. Will it work? Only time will tell. For now, Lakers Nation, stay tuned, because the quest for the next great big man is just beginning, and this year, the answer might come from down under. If you enjoyed this deep dive or have strong opinions about the Lakers' draft strategy, go ahead and hit that like button. Plus, I'm eager to hear what you think down in the comments. Is a project big the right move, or should LA go all in for an established veteran? Let's get that debate started. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep dreaming big, on and off the court.